Hi, my name is Emily,
And I'm Liz.
and today we are going to be talking about a couple of recent documentaries that we saw on the Yes Men and then their sequel, The Yes Men Fix the World. And pretty much, the Yes Men is based on a group of just activists that want to change the world, and they identify different kind of problems, and they pretend to be powerful people. And it all started off when they made up a website of WTO that turned into this huge website, and people would contact them to invite them to come to conferences. And pretty much they took hold of it and decided that this was a good opportunity for them, and so they pretty much make up fake websites, and they go to different conferences, trying to show people what's wrong with the world. But a lot of their ideas that are demonstrated throughout like the film are like ideas that people actually want to like install and stuff. Like in their first film, they go to a conference and they have this like suit where it shows all like the like them being able to watch the workers, like showing like labor unions how they could keep track of their workers and make sure that they're not wasting their money. And people like loved the idea, and the whole point of it was to make fun of them, but people didn't get it. And then what was another idea?
The whole making the candle out of a human body,
Oh
which
my
was kind of, well, it was funny, but at the same time, people were kind of scared about it. And then it was just funny seeing the whole process. And then I just think that they are trying to bring a cost to like the people, so they see that like people are stupid nowadays. Like business people are just trying to make money, and they will buy the stupidest ideas ever just to make profit. And I think that was one of the major things that they found. When can you see my face?
Was when they decided to do pretend to be the Dow spokesman, and the one guy Andy goes on one of the biggest like TV networks, BBC World, and he pretends to be a Dow spokesman, and he announces that Dow will finally clean up the site on Bhopal, which was one of the biggest catastrophes, and um, from like 20 years ago, and Dow finally like took responsibility, and he pretended to take responsibility for the huge like spill, and it ended up killing about 2,000 people, and it really like hit like the market, and like Dow lost a ton of money, and Dow was upset, and he later had to come back on the show and pretty much say like why he did it, and people were like frustrated with him for like making like Bhopal like pretty much like say that he didn't like mean to do it and stuff, and like he pretty much said like the few minutes that he was on the show, it actually gave him hope instead of for the like 20 years that Dow didn't give him any hope. And he actually went to Bhopal to make sure that people weren't upset with what he did, and a lot of people were actually like thankful because it finally like showed that still stuff has yet to be fixed. So it was like a huge deal, and he was able to go on a news show and like be able to say all this stuff, which was pretty crazy. And then there's like another one where he like has a suit for the war and like stuff that you can do, like the survival balls, where it's able to like roll around and like protect yourself. And he like presented it to a conference, and people were actually like taking him serious and like asked him for his business card so that they could be able to buy the invention. And pretty much it was for the whole idea of the survivor balls were for only like big industries to be able to buy them because they cost a lot of money. So people that were in the lower class, it wasn't meant for them. So pretty much what he was saying was like, oh, like screw the lower class. Here's like money for the upper class, and here's like something that you guys can survive, and screw everyone else. And people are actually like, oh, well, we can afford it, so screw everyone else. So it was like the survivor balls for just like everything, like climate change. You could like roll around in water. It's pretty much to survive through anything.
Swim. You could. I don't think you could survive a volcano, but
I don't know.
that was pretty funny, and it was just entertaining that people were actually taking the idea and thinking that it was real, because you see this suit and it's like ridiculous. You look like a little ball with little things sticking out. It's so funny, and people were actually thinking that it was real. I'm just like, really, how is your brain working right now? So it was really funny, but at the same time scary, because like Emily said, only the rich people would get it. So we as lower class or middle class, we're kind of just left out there, be like, sorry, you're poor, you can't really afford this.
Yeah. So I honestly think like what the Yes Men are doing is pretty awesome because, I mean, that's pretty crazy that they can go up to conferences and just like present these like wacky ideas and people take them serious, which is funny because it's like, how do you not know that they're joking with you? And like a lot of, and they're like surprised that corporations aren't like, like taking this as, oh, well, we should change this and this. Instead, they're like, oh, well, like, we'll do this. Like, they did, like, one cause for the survivors of, what was it, New Orleans, or...
Shoot, I don't remember what it was.
Well, they did this one cause where they went and said that they would clean up after the hurricane and, like, pretty much, like, they gave everyone, like, the idea that this is what people need to do. Like, they need to take time aside and, like, do what they're supposed to instead of like just taking people from their houses when they could just fix the property that's there. So I think what the Yes Men are doing is pretty awesome. It's just the people in big corporations just still aren't getting it. So I don't know what else it's gonna take. Like I'm sure they're gonna come up with a lot more ideas, but the stuff they've done so far is pretty cool.
I think it's pretty cool. It shows the companies things that they should be doing, but they're not. And when they go out there and they actually present what they should be doing, and then the companies have to apologize because they're not really gonna take care of it. It's kind of like a big hurt to their ego because they have to apologize for something they're not gonna do when they should be doing it to make it right.
So that's our time here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any feedback, just let us know. So we'll be on again. Bye.
Bye bye.